All right, folks, we are back after my iPhone heated up again. We were talking about technology on these scooters. We were actually talking about tires. And you said you participated in the design of the tires. What kind of considerations or what kind of things did you tell Envy that they needed to incorporate in the tires to make them Jon Reyes approved?
Yeah, so the Envy is just known for making good wheels, but we designed the design of the graphics on the wheel itself, where have my name in there, my signature, and then it has New York is where I was born and raised and lived there for the majority of my life. So we put the New York skyline on there, and then we had the thought of doing a two-color wheel, black and white. I'd stick to kind of just more neutral colors, especially with those dirty streets in New York. It doesn't look as bad when you roll for a while, but when the wheel rolls, you kind of see that little flash effect from the two colors. So between that and Envy's known for quality, we came up with a wheel like this.
All right, we talked about your equipment, and then we talked about how you decided to make the lifestyle change and move down here to Chatham County from Queens, and we started off with your brother being the first one who took the jump. So how did this all come about?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in an apartment my whole life. I used to live in a one-bedroom apartment with a full family, 2 big dogs, and I've always dreamt of owning a house. I just thought maybe one day would just be a goal of mine, and I lived in an apartment up until 5 years ago. And we heard about North Carolina from my brother-in-law, and they're building it up, and there's a lot of people moving here, and how nice it is, and the access to things. And I just took the opportunity. I was like, all right, let's do it too. We ended up putting money on our first house, investing in our first house, and we didn't plan on staying here for a while, but we're here for 4 years, and we love it. It's awesome.
Now, you were telling me your decision to come down here was kind of, you had that snap decision, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, let's take the money and let's go ahead and buy the house. Well, you were walking out with what did you tell me, with a knapsack?
I mean, I was literally going out to Midtown Manhattan to go film some YouTube videos, and I was talking to my wife, and then just hearing the numbers that we ran for houses here in Chapel Hill compared to the numbers in New York for a house, which were, I mean, it's completely different. I was like, wait, that seems possible. Let's do one. Let's just get it. And she's like, what? I was like, let's just get one. Let's get one. So we ended up ordering and building our first home on the phone from New York, and not even visiting North Carolina until closing.
All right. You shot a lot of videos up in Queens. I've seen some of the videos you shot here in North Carolina. You actually went into a church parking lot and shot something out there, or was it some kind of church venue area?
Church venue. Recently?
I don't know. I didn't look at the date. Maybe that was a bad question. It was a bad question on my part. Tell me about some of the things, some of the scooter videos you've shot here in North Carolina. Yes,
it's going to be different. I'm not running through traffic like I was in Times Square. I do miss that. But here, the one thing I realized is there's a lot of space in parks and a lot of great aesthetics. A lot of my videos, they have that green background, which I've never experienced. There's barely a tree on my block back in Queens. So you have all this greenery, the fresh air, and the new skate parks around in Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, Apex. So experiencing new skate parks is fun too.
All right. One of the things we started off the conversation with was the requirement here is that you have helmets, elbow pads, and knee pads. Can you go over the specifics as to what somebody who's buying helmets, elbow pads, or knee pads needs to be looking for? And if you want to name brand names, that's fine too.
Yeah. So I mean, for a helmet, anything that's going to be certified. There's some helmets out there that are soft, and most of them aren't certified, and the certified ones are hard styrofoam. So I would suggest that, because those are the ones that are actually going to work. As far as elbow pads and knee pads, I always say get elbow pads and knee pads that don't restrict mobility and range of motion. Just because you want to have something to give if you slam, but you don't want them to cause you to slam because you could barely move. So that's something where they make some thinner ones with some high impact foam nowadays, which is really good. So you can get away with wearing those big bulky guys where, if I have heavy duty elbow pads on, I got to move like this, which is going to be very difficult to kind of move and fall properly and roll in case you have to brace yourself.
So those could actually be less safe than if you didn't getting the wrong pads is not a good idea then.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, some people don't need the mobility and they want the bigger pads because they're not, I mean, for me, I feel like just being involved in skate parks for 23 years, I've tried them all, and I felt more free and safer with the pads that were more of that slip on. I can move freely in case I had to be ready to fall and brace myself. I felt more confident when I was wearing those.
All right. We also touched quickly on cameras. You feel very good about using cameras because you have used videos of yourself that have helped you improve as a scooter rider. If I've got a camera, a GoPro, or I've got somebody recording me, what kind of things should I look for to help improve my skateboarding or scooter abilities?
Yeah, I mean, everybody starts with anything. Everybody has a cell phone now, which is really awesome, just because the phone can do mostly everything. You can film, edit, and upload on one spot. I mean, it depends on what your goals are. I think if you're looking to be a professional one day and you want to really chase the dreams of being a pro skateboarder or a pro scooter rider, I think investing in the tools that contribute to more people reaching you are most important. So I mean, everybody's gonna start off with a phone nowadays, but GoPro and Insta360 would be like the next step, and then investing like a high-end DSLR would be the next step. Because at the end of the day too, if you're a professional, the companies that want to sponsor you, they're going to sponsor you for your skill, but then also with the content you produce too.
Right. Well, I like the 360. Actually, when the Golden Knights went parachuting down into Seaford, that's what they've gone with, the 360 instead of the GoPro. So, and the neat thing is, if you use that long extension pole, it actually looks like a drone shot. So.
Exactly. So that's my #1 camera of choice too.
All right. So there you go, another endorsement. So folks, Jon Reyes has given us a rundown of the park, which we appreciate, and give you a little bit of the background on him. People can find you, your YouTube channel is just under your name, is that right?
Yeah, you can search Jon Reyes on any platform, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, I'm everywhere.
Yeah, and I've noticed on Instagram, if folks, at least when I've reached out to you on Instagram, you respond back to those things.
Yeah, I'm still a human being, ready to hang out.
All right, anything else folks need to know, Jon?
Can't wait to meet you.
All right, folks, Jon Reyes. Ribbon cutting is this Saturday, which is what, the 20th of September, 10 o'clock, and we'll be out here and we'll try to take Jon's advice and talk to whoever designed this small skate park, because he thinks they've done a really nice job on it. Jon, thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Look forward to it.